At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu. With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu. At Arizona State University, we've made online education better, smarter, and more personalized so you can go further in your aspiring field.
I decided to pursue medicine once I realized that ASU did have the online program for biological sciences. You're still required to learn the same curriculum. You're still being tested on the same content that anyone would be tested on in person. The comprehensiveness of the program prepared me so well for medical school.
Explore over 350 plus programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Unfortunate. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Vanessa.
And what are we talking about today?
Tipping.
Tipping?
Tipping.
Like when someone slips the tip in?
No, Andrew. Get your mind out of the fucking gutter.
So we're not talking about gay sex today?
No. You'd like that, wouldn't you, though?
No, I haven't had any sexual activity all year.
Ew.
For context, we're recording this January 1st.
Wow, go you.
I hate us.
I do too.
But anyways, today we're going to be talking about tipping culture and how, quite frankly, that shit has gotten out of hand.
I went to fucking McDonald's the other day. They wanted me to tip the robot.
The robot?
The kiosk.
They wanted to fucking get a tip off the kiosk.
Yeah. Like when you do it yourself.
Yeah, the fucking screen.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like the fucking self-checkout that tried to get me to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, I scanned this shit. I grabbed this shit. I'm paying for this shit. Why do you want me to tip 25% minimum on this fucking bag of chips and fucking lemonade?
Hell no.
But I think tipping culture has gotten really out of hand.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I understand, like, hairdressers, fucking barbers, nail people, waiters, like, people that are, like, doing a service.
I was like, not the damn McDonald's robot.
Especially not the robot. I'm sorry. The robot? What is it? Is it fucking going to the fucking computer chip? I'm gonna go buy myself a new motherboard with my $2 tip I got. I'm like, no.
I mean, I understand tipping certain things.
But not everything.
But not everything.
Because I think it's become like a crutch for people to subsidize actually paying people a living wage.
But at the same time, it's like, look at the economy we live in.
I don't have money to tip.
I don't even.
I have $2.
Me too.
Like, there ain't money. I'm sorry. There's no money to go around. I don't know where it all went, but it's not going anywhere. It's fucking, it's going to the McDonald's robot.
If anything, I have a rubber, one of those. Oh my god, never mind. I'll wait until after.
Were you about to talk about what I thought we were talking about today?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna talk about these.
Oh my god, yeah. But that will be like a website exclusive episode. Unfortunate takes on gay sex.
Never mind, I'm not gonna. Oh my god, no, I took him out of my bag before I came. Never mind.
Wow, okay. So
gay sex?
No, tipping culture. I like how before we started this episode, I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to have to edit this episode down a lot. I'm going to have to cut a lot of this out.
Leave some of it
Yeah, but, like, the awkward silence when we realized what we said, I need to cut all of that out.
Yeah, but leave the gay section.
Oh, okay. But I think, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying people do not deserve to get tipped, and I'm probably gonna have, like, some angry Starbucks worker, like, come unionize my, like, house tonight. But I'm sorry. What did you do that you think you deserve a $5 tip? I ordered in the drive. No, especially if I order on the website.
Oh, the website? That's all. Yeah.
And I pick it up in store.
It's like, I'm not even there.
What do you think you did? What do you think you did to deserve a tip?
Make your food.
We didn't interact. And I'm sorry, part of your job is making a drink and fucking heating up food. Like, you didn't do anything extra. Like, I don't see you fucking doing a choreographed dance in, like, in the Starbucks. Like, here's your breakfast sandwich. Breakfast sandwich. Breakfast sandwich. And, like,
I'm McLovin' it.
Like, that is the wrong food place, but yeah. And, like, what do you do that you think other people don't do? Like, I understand your job is hard, but in the end of the day, everyone's job, for the most part, is hard. And a lot of people don't get tips. Like, sometimes, like, when a McDonald's employee asks for a tip, I want to look at them and be like, you're paid more than me an hour.
That's true.
You're paid $20 an hour minimum, and I'm paid 17-something an hour minimum.
That is.
So why do you think you deserve more of my money when I don't even make as much as you? Like, I actively have less money than you, and yet you think you deserve more. And, like, I work at a school, for context. I'm not naming the school. I'm never going to name it. Or the kids. And, like, part of our school, like, in every school from what I've heard, because I've interacted with people from other schools, is especially within our, like, district, is most of us are underpaid for what we're doing, especially compared to other districts. And then we're also supposed to go, like, above and beyond. And it's like, it is expected for us to go above and beyond. And, like, they will cut our hours and everything, and they'll purposely screw us out of overtime by moving our hours around to days we're not actually there, so they don't have to pay overtime. And yet, we have to go above and beyond. We have to really care about all these kids. Like, I know I do extra things for the kids, like, if they're there late, because I'm normally the last staff member. I'll give them extra snacks, like, if they're there till 6.
Aww.
Like, I'll do extra little things, and it's like, do you think I get a tip? Do you think when that parent comes to pick up their child, I shove an iPad in their face? And I'm like, do you want to tip 10, 15, or 20%? Or else you're not getting your kid. Like, no, I am just paid that rate no matter if I'm doing everything I do or if I'm my other coworker that sits there on her ass and does absolutely nothing. I do get paid more than her now, though, I found out. But
how much does she get paid?
I'm not going to expose that publicly because that's not my information to expose. But it's like, regardless if I do any extra stuff or not, I'm not getting a tip.
Yeah.
So you doing just what's in your job description of making a drink and then thinking you get a tip, I do not understand the correlation. And what makes me, I used to be someone who was like, oh yeah, like, I'll tip, it's only $1, right?
Yeah, but now?
But it's gotten to the point, I'm like, no, I'm not tipping. I'm sorry, because I know, because I've seen TikToks of, like, people that used to work at Starbucks or currently work at Starbucks or places that have tipping currently, and they're arguing for it. Like, someone will just complain about it online, and then they'll, like, stitch the video, and they'll be like, you're actually a horrible person, you're entitled, you suck, I hope you die, my job, it's so hard, I deserve that tip. And honestly, until I saw those videos, I honestly was like, I don't really care, I'll tip.
Yeah.
But after that, it leaves, like, that bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what, like, no. You are not entitled into a tip. And I think that is a harsh reality, and that's mean of me to say. But in the end of the day, you're not entitled to a tip.
I, personally, I will really only tip if I'm going to, like, one of the locally family-owned businesses, like, downtown where we live. It's, like, such a small not really small, but, you know, everything's kind of close together.
Yes, like, it makes sense there.
Yeah. And so it's like when we go down, like, Fresh Street or something, and I go to these small family-owned businesses, like, I go to a coffee shop. One of my friends from school, she put me on this, like, little small cafe that they're absolutely amazing. They're nice. I'll tip them.
And you would argue they are doing more than what is required. They do not have to be nice to you.
Especially if it's, like, a family-owned business like that, then I will tip. But if it's, like, a huge-ass chain like Starbucks or something, then no. That's honestly my opinion.
Because then, most of the time in the small businesses, they are doing a lot.
Yeah.
More than just making a drink. Some of them are doing other stuff for the owners.
They're selling whole-ass pizzas at that place.
Yeah, like, some of them are going above and beyond what they need to do.
It's delicious. I want to go back there.
Yeah. So, like, I would argue anyone who works for a small business is more entitled to a tip than someone who works at a bigger chain.
Yeah.
And I think that's a little mean of me to say, too. I'm going to get canceled after this episode. I'm going to be on, what's Tana Mojo's, isn't it called Canceled, the podcast or something? Tana's?
Like cancel culture?
Tana, if you want to have me on your podcast when I get canceled for being very mean to tipping culture, I will happily join you because I think you're an icon.
Oh my god.
But I think that is really what did it for me with the whole, like, I'm over-tipping, is seeing the people online, like, being very defensive about why it needs to be a thing.
No.
That's what kind of made me be like, okay, I'm actually not paying, period. I'm not going to give this place any more money. Like, I hate you.
You know what that also reminded me of? When you brought up, like, those TikTok videos? I know this is, like, totally off topic, but during Christmas time, I don't know if you got any of these videos, of, like, angel children.
Yes, like, the parents complaining about it.
Yeah, and it's like, they didn't have to go and buy those presents for your children, but they did. They got things that were somewhat on your list, but it's like, you're over here making a whole ass 10-minute TikTok, and it's like, just appreciate that you have something to give your children that morning.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have to get all pissed off because they didn't get your kid the $50 RC race car or something. It's like, come on.
And I saw one, and the person had only put toys on the list, but the person that got the tree tag decided to get, like, jackets and everything.
Yeah.
And they were complaining, like, some of them were too big. And it's like, they were not even listed. They did not have to do that. You did not give them a size. And also, then when your child grows, they can still fit into it, too.
Exactly. It's like, be grateful that you actually have something to give your child that morning.
Be grateful your child's not going to fucking freeze to death.
Be grateful that your kid's probably too young to remember that they didn't get
that their parents a dick.
Exactly. You really think that in the next week they're going to remember and be mad that they didn't get their Barbie dream house?
They probably don't even remember what they put on the list.
Exactly.
And it's like, honestly, this episode could just be called Entitlement Issues. We have branched off from tipping culture to entitlement.
We have.
But I think they're intertwined.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because tipping culture used to just be in places where it made sense, and no one ever had a problem with it.
But now it's a fucking everything.
But it's everywhere now, and I feel like everyone thinks they're entitled to a tip now.
Yeah. Imagine going to the bank and to, like, take out a loan.
If I ever went to the bank and they asked for a tip,
take out a loan,
I would actually be arrested. I would go to jail.
Imagine, like, okay, well, now look at the little screen on your pad and choose which one. You look down.
I'd be like, I'm choosing rob the bank. I'm choosing become a criminal. Then I'll go tip the Starbucks worker. If I rob a bank, I promise I will tip the Starbucks workers then.
Yeah.
And I won't complain. But until I rob a bank, I will continue complaining.
Exactly. Until I win that $1 million lottery.
Exactly.
I want to win the lottery. I want to win the lottery.
I would love to win the lottery.
I would too.
And just, like, be a menace to society. Be a horrible menace to society.
I know you would too.
But I still think I'd be, like, a good person. But people that deserve to be, like, fucked with, I would hella fuck with people that deserve to be fucked with.
Mm-hmm. You know, for some reason, just popped in my mind. Do you remember? I remember one time. I think it was in front of Safeway, the one here in town.
Yeah.
There was this homeless lady out there. She looked like...
I'm so scared where you're going with this, and I feel like you're getting canceled too.
She looked kind of clean, but also kind of dirty, so it's like, whatever.
Are you talking about the girl that used to, like, pretend to play the instrument, and she'd have a speaker behind her just playing the music?
Oh, but no, I remember her too. No. No, but it was this homeless lady who looked and played the part, if I'm being honest.
Of homeless or not homeless?
Homeless. But then, 10 minutes later, I see her get into this really ass nice fucking car. It was like a Camaro nice.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yeah, right.
We should go panhandle. We should go be on the streets.
Oh my god. We could probably play the part too.
Yeah, say, new episode of Unfortunate. Unfortunate cast tries homelessness.
For 24 hours.
24-hour homelessness challenge. We would be canceled after that.
We are gonna get canceled.
We're insane.
We are.
And the worst thing is we boil it down for this podcast.
We do. We are way worse. Way worse. I almost fell out of the car right before this thing started.
And if you want to hear Vanessa fall out of the car, it will be available on the website.
I was looking at a light in the sky.
Oh my god, is that a light?
It was moving!
It was a plane!
No, it wasn't!
It was a drone. It was Superman.
Oh, look, he just died.
Oh. Poor Superman.
There's something seriously wrong with this.
Yeah, there's also something seriously wrong with tipping culture.
And Karens. I don't know how.
Yeah, I feel like we need to do a whole standalone episode on Karens, though.
That'd be fun.
It'd be too much fun.
That would be too much fun.
But I honestly think big companies that roll out tipping on their POS systems are horrible. Because I also found out some restaurants won't give them the extra tip.
Oh, yeah.
They'll just subsidize the paycheck with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so you're really giving more money to the owner.
And you know what else?
Did the owner make my drink? Did the CEO of Starbucks make my drink?
Exactly. You know what also I know certain restaurants do, and that kind of is iffy about me, and I kind of like, is that I know a lot of restaurants do this. It's like, if you tip your waiter, she doesn't get to keep the tip. You have to, like...
Tip ruling.
Yeah, and you have to, like, equal it out to everyone.
Semi-agree with that, like, if it's the cook or someone, but I've also heard that cooks and everyone are paid more anyways.
Yeah, but if I get a really nice waiter or waitress, and it's like, let's say I'm out with my family, and we get, like, a lot, back and forth for our drinks, for our foods and stuff like that, I'm gonna tip her a good amount, depending on how well, like, her attitude, how well
regardless
she did.
if she kicked your child or not.
I want to kick my child sometimes.
When did you get pregnant?
Not me, no.
Vanessa, are you pregnant?
No. Thank God. I would have gotten the hanger so quick. Anyway.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Christ. Jesus.
I forgot what I was even talking about now.
You were talking about tipping someone good even if they kicked your child.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. Next topic.
Ow.
That's nothing compared to you the other night. Shut up.
But my body is sore from the past 2 nights.
You were banging your head on the wall.
Yeah, I should have gotten a tip for my public performance.
Like, actively, you were going like this to the wall.
I should have gotten a tip for my performance the past 2 nights. Because, like, I'm probably gonna end up on TikTok.
I'm waiting for one of those people to upload that
Yeah,
video
when I see me on TikTok
Instagram.
of what I was doing, I'm gonna go into captions and be like, at Unfortunate Podcast, watch us.
There's more where that came from.
There's more where that came from.
I'm really waiting for that to just come up on my For You page. I'm gonna laugh.
Actively scared
I'm
for
gonna
when
laugh
that
my
happens.
ass off, and I'm gonna call you immediately. Be like, guess what I just
I'm
found?
actively scared for when that pops up.
Do you remember when we got kicked out of Scandia?
Remember when we got kicked out of the state of California for not tipping a barista?
I'm just
Oh my god. And also, on the same semi-note of people feeling entitled to money, they rolled out those automatic ticketing things on the Pacific Coast Highway.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm tying this into this episode because this whole thing is just greed now, this whole episode. If you do not care enough to staff an officer on a road to give me a ticket for speeding, you do not deserve that ticket.
Oh, hell no.
If it is not worth to you to pay the however much a police officer is worth to stay there, you do not get to fine me $500. Regardless of the amount, you do not get to fine me if it is not worth to you to staff someone out there, because you guys are cheap as fuck and would rather pay an AI bot to watch a camera to do people's jobs.
You really have strong opinions.
I hate people and the government. And don't get me wrong, I'm not encouraging cops. I think cops have a place, but I also think there's a lot of bad cops. However, I'm also not encouraging the use of AI. So my solution is we bulldoze the country. Just get rid of it. Restart.
With this new president, we just might.
For real. It's going to be a rough next 4 years.
Oh, God.
That was okay. This was not an official statement from Penguin Peaks. I want that to be clarified. We are a company who will remain politically anonymous. However, it is very obvious where we lean politically. If you look at the content we have greenlit for the next 2 years, it is super obvious where we lean politically. The amount of gay characters...
We just talked about gay sex in the beginning.
The amount of gay characters and minority characters that are in the next 2 years' worth of projects shows where we stand politically. However, we will not take a political stance because I have been advised against that. Because I almost put out like a company memo that was hella strong like a year ago.
Oh my god.
And our old COO, Frankie, quite literally said, you should not put that out.
No, hell no.
It was hella intense.
Because I'm gonna have to stop you from doing idiotic.
No, I don't do idiotic things that much anymore. Because it was this whole thing, and it tied into the actor strike too, of me like kind of encouraging it. Because as everyone knows, we kind of paused our projects too because of that. And I got hella political in it.
Did you just say you don't do idiotic things anymore?
Publicly with the company's name attached.
Publicly, you do idiotic shit all the time.
Comma, with the company's name attached.
And I'm telling you right now, you do idiotic public shit all the time.
You fell out of the car before we uploaded this episode.
You fell into a fence at Scandia! You guys kicked out of fucking Scandia!
Anywho.
No, anywho.
This has been...
You bulldozed into me.
This has been unfortunate.
In that laser tag game, I hit my head because of you.
Anyways, this has been another episode of Unfortunate, and we will see you next week for a more on-track episode that does not involve politics, gay sex, or tipping culture. I'm concerned for us too, so you guys don't have to be. We will see you next week.
Goodbye.